There we go.
The Adventures in Silverado, Campaign 5, What the Fae, The Odyssey of Chaos. This is episode 31. Wow! I'm Michael Jackson. I'm your MC, and joining me today is Andrew, Scott,
Woo!
Erica, Ben, and not our friend Tanner. Tanner's taking pictures of horses for money because he has to pay rent or whatever. So we don't have him this week, but it's okay. The players are in the. We left off. The players, the Will of Asteria, as we now know them to be, are traveling back from the Court of Autumn to the Court of Summer. More specifically, they're heading to the Statue City to find the Fire Primal Influencer. Just needing to cross across the Humming Bridge / Mandigo's Bridge / the bridge that crosses the giant chasm between the Court of Summer and the other part of the Court of Summer, the civilized versus the uncivilized. And they've been traveling. That was pretty calm travel days have been going on. Last thing that kind of happened to around the players, but the players didn't really know about it, was our friend Sylvie. While summoning devils as they do in secret, got a little ear infection that they learned was a tiny hag that was haunting them and whispering not so sweet nothings in their ear, causing them a general discourse, leading them to levels of exhaustion. And over the day of travel, they just kind of bitched and moaned, and not going well for them. That night, they were convinced by that said voice in their head to go outside and get some answers. Tidbit, our astute friend, noticed that before locking up and followed behind and would have witnessed, but was accosted by something truly so hideous, is the only way to describe it, that he instantly passed out and missed seeing Sylvie get kidnapped by two hags and replaced by another hag who looked like Sylvie, and the other two hags took Sylvie off into the distance, and Tidbit is awoken in the woods outside of the temple to a Sylvie laying on top of them, trying to wake them up because they have passed out. And we will pick up in that moment as I, Sylvie, am shaking you awake. Tidbit, get up, get up, get up. Tiny fairy slaps.
Okay. Hello. Snack, is it breakfast? Is it breakfast time?
No, it's nighttime, and are you okay? You kind of came out here and you were on the ground.
I was having a dream where I was following you, maybe. Or I was following me following you. I'm not sure.
Well, it's just me and you out here, so I would assume that you did follow me, and then you passed out, fell down, did whatever it is you do. You croaked.
Oh.
Sorry.
I mean, it's both very funny and I guess slightly offensive, but I haven't heard it before.
Thank you, I tried. That's my niche. Do you want to, unless you had a reason for coming out here except following me, I am now going back inside so we can go.
Yeah, okay. Can you carry me?
Kind of like will make themselves larger because they are the same size as you. So they cast enlarge on themselves and then picks you up and then puts you on their shoulder.
Yeah, thank you. This is what I'm used to nowadays, honestly. It's becoming harder and harder to navigate stairs.
What no feels like? Just ride him around like. Okay, hate that. And they start to walk inside. As they reach for the door, I will ask you. Temple of Gods can block out Fey aberrations. Insert other types of creatures here. Does it still block out Fey creatures, or have you turned that feature off as you cast it?
I would have turned that feature off as to not inhibit my party members.
And you see Sylvie reaches out open or just pushes the door, uses the door apparatus in the correct fashion. If it's pushed, whatever. The door opens, and they walk inside. They close it behind him. Your insight doesn't. You don't pick up any sort of like hesitation. They kind of expected. You can tell that they didn't they expected the doors to open for them or like to not inhibit them as they started moving through there. They felt comfortable. And they kind of move in and they kind of stop at the pool, and they're like, "Okay, you can this is it."
Just gonna slide off and like plop into the water. Just wave up.
You're so slimy, man. And as they flick it off, they will let go of that spell and get tiny again. Next time you want to follow me, you should just I don't know, ask or something, and also stay awake. It's rude that you followed me and then fell asleep in my bull ring or something. Okay, whatever. But this was fun.
Did you say something at the end there? It looked like you said something at the end there. After this was fun.
No. Okay, bye. Night. Have fun in the water.
Tidbit's already asleep again.
So he kind of looks around for a little bit and then walks upstairs, finds their room, and kind of goes into it. And then we'll just bed down. And then everyone gets a full rest. Everyone feels good and refreshed in the morning. We find ourselves back at breakfast, a good old, the ritual we find ourselves in. And everyone is sitting at the table. Sylvia is still doing that thing that they have been doing the last day of complaining about things that no one else hears. And so that is just in the ambiance of the space. But outside of that, they're not really offering much useful to the conversation. But we're all gathered. If anyone needs to say anything about their sleep patterns or dreams or their feelings. Ugh.
I slept fantastic last night. It was great. I was in the wall. It was fantastic. You would think because it was so rigid, you would not sleep well, but I just melded with that shit. It was fantastic.
I'm gonna have to.
If you were in the wall, that means you were kind of in God a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
being in a wall. Okay.
I guess you can't hate being closer with your God.
I mean, you know the name though.
Of course.
Right? You all know the name though. Right?
Of what?
Of course.
God? Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah.
A summer song or Agba?
There's another one.
Well, Agba is the god of trees and or something like that. He's close to the trees.
Various other things.
Right. He probably thought about them before retiring, Desiree probably worships like a god of fire, and I obviously worship some god. I can't even fix that.
I hate to burst your bubble on your perceived perception of me, but I do feel like this might be an important time to say that I only believe in knowledge, things that are tangible or able to prove here. Anything that I cannot prove or hasn't been proven by somebody else, I tend to not have much faith in.
Based.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you could consider the pursuit of knowledge to be a whole god in itself, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think. Isn't that isn't that August
it almost
thing?
directly aligns. Yeah, it's fantastic. I agree with you.
Oh, I mean, I was gonna say that was more like summer song, since the all-encompassing path of time is all knowledge that could or would ever be. Well, no, it's just there.
I do think this is a good time to bring up the fact that I did only become a disciple of Summer Song to help please you and get closer to you. I hope that doesn't make you upset. Although I do have a large admiration for your commitment and believe in your God.
Oh no, I mean, I'm just happy for anybody that signs their name on this form. It's just more followers on the list. It's great for the overall, image.
Well, if it would make you both happy, I would love to give you my faith and well wishes in your pursuit, and I would like to help support you along the way, even though I might not inherently believe the same thing. I would like to be a follower as well, if that helps.
You don't say no a lot, do you, Des?
It's not necessarily my strong suit, no.
Yeah, I'm gathering. Yikes. I personally think that the wall sleeping thing is weird. Have you always done that, or is that a new thing?
Oh no, it's definitely weird. It's a new thing. It's great though. Very comfortable.
I mean,
You
he's
should
been
try
doing it
if
every
you can.
night since we've been sleeping in this temple.
I mean, we sleep inside of walls because we're like in a building, but I feel like he means like he's like.
Oh, I was in the wall. Yeah, it was weird. But cool. Again, cool though.
Yeah. Awesome. Maybe that's like your Earth thing. That seems cool and new. Starts eating berries and things stressfully. It's like, oh, yikes.
Do you think you could teach me to sleep in the wall? I had a weird dream and woke up outside again.
Oh,
Or is this the
that is
first time?
great.
This might be the first time.
Okay, look, this breakfast has been very bizarre. We've got some ley lines to close, okay, and we've been walking a long time. I'd like to get to it, you know? All right.
Some of us roll,
No,
some of
I
us fly, but
agree.
yeah, I get it. Yeah, we should get it out.
I just
And
I mean, I would love to continue talking along the road.
I'm okay with that as long as we are actively moving forward.
yeah, I agree. And everyone starts to pack up the little things that they need. Most of the time, it's like just kind of the stuff you have on you doesn't really take much effort. As we transition into our travel scenes, I need 3 road scenes: one from Andrew, one from Scott, and one from Ben. Eric, I got something special for you, so you don't even have to worry. Oh, and I will take a nature and survival roll from Erica and Andrew. And Erica, it's impossible for you to roll another nat one.
If I get my 4th nat one in a row, that would be absolute nuts. Broke the curse. I got a 23.
You're saying I can't say nothing because knowing your luck, I'm like,
I was scared, Loki.
I got a 24.
Ooh,
20.
Nice. Okay. As we start on this road, as we start out on this trek, it is a breeze. It is notably a little warm. Everyone feels like that it's hot in the court of summer. Des, you feel? We mentioned it last time. It's like this extra layer of heat that you feel. It just feels uncomfortable to you. But you can't really pinpoint where it's coming from. You just notice that it's like an extra layer of hot. As a person who's always just kind of hot, you recognize that. Andrew, with your role, you get the idea that you've never really been in the Fae for any environmental kerfluffles, no crazy storms, no nothing. But you have experienced a lot of them in Silvernote proper. And you kind of get whatever that animal sense is, that the hairs on the back of your neck and stuff, they can just sense that a storm is brewing in some way. And so you just kind of have that idea that from your south, from the coast way behind you, that there's just you get the idea that a storm is brewing, and you just kind of have that awareness in you. But everyone starts to trek on forward. Ben, I'm gonna start with you, my friend. What's your road scene? You got a lot of stress in you.
Yeah, I was gonna go find Des. And just do a little chat and kind of I imagine I'm riding on top of Sharp again, so I'm just gonna kind of guide him over there and be like, okay, no, a little more. Thank you. Hey, Des. You know that dream we had where no, wait, no, stay still. Where, the queen died and and everybody was acting all weird.
Yes, I do remember it quite vividly.
I've been kind of thinking a lot about that. Kind of goes a little bit hand in hand with my hobby. But I was starting to think that maybe we should, I don't know, make a game plan. It sounds like something really bad is happening in Statue City, and I was just the most knowledgeable person kind of around at the moment. I was wondering if maybe you knew anything about what could be doing that. It sounds like they're all under some sort of influence, suggestion maybe, but they're having like a rad party that's not stopping, and that's cool actually, but peace that doesn't have an end isn't really peace at all. It's just kind of stagnant nothing.
Well, what I do know about Statue City is this might not be quite out of the norm, but the elevated level that it is at does seem to raise some suspicions in me, as well as some under indications that are out of the norm that I've picked up on. But I I would rather venture a guess that in the next coming days we might run into another influencer of sorts, or maybe even something bigger than that. I think that we're on the right path at least. I mean, I have lots of information about the city itself, but the conditions that we might arrive upon it at, I don't know if my knowledge will be all that useful.
And so you think they might be like primal influencers, actually influencing people, maybe?
I mean, the play on words can't just be coincidental, right?
I mean, it surely can't just be coincidental, but do we know of anything that could just like snap people out of stuff good, just to think ahead? If we were to like set a lot of fires, maybe, you're good with fire, would that like panic people enough to make them stop partying? How do
Maybe
we
in
kill
a
a party?
different court, I think it might be a little more shocking. I think my magic might not be the best use of a shock factor in the city, but I'm sure if we put our heads together, like you mentioned, and maybe come up with a game plan, that we would feel much more prepared.
Can you both make me history checks with advantage?
I got a 14.
History. 21.
Nice. Des, 14 history. Thinking about Statue City, a weird thing about in your context of Statue City is that's where you've heard a lot of hubbub about the Neo-Asgarathis. That's like a place in which they meet up from. That's kind of what Orkis was talking about. There was like some words of like him going there. And then you also would know that he was also there. He was in that giant crowd of people. Both the Blackwells were 21, 4. What did you get, Ben?
21.
21. Things that stand out to you as you're like talking about like the things that are happening. One, you know that when in elven culture and in fey culture, because that is what the fey culture has been influenced by, is when people die or like when royalty die, there's like a really long mourning period, like 10 years long. When Summer Song when Summer Song ascended, Demina did her 10-year mourning, which kind of like brought into being the pond in which your family was birthed in. And there's this weirdness to know that that is not happening. They're doing the opposite of that. They're like, instead of being sad, they are like in this weird party state. So you know that it is likely not consensual. There's some weird like power being held over people, because it's just odd to go that hard against societal norms, one. And then two, you've walked through the court of summer, you've made it into the court of autumn, and now you're going back to the court of summer, and it's like, you would have expected to see more alumni out doing things, just because also that like there are rot beasts attacking the court of summer and all these weird things are happening. You have to assume that there are more incidents happening, and not seeing any of the Thay first responders is weird. And then you think about the fact that they're in this weird trance, and it's like they are somewhere locked, not like in a cage, but they are like stuck somewhere in a weirdness because they're not doing their jobs, they're not where they're supposed to be, they're not feeling how they're supposed to be. And so as you're kind of thinking through those things with Desiree, those things kind of like click in your brain of being like, yeah, what is that primal influencer, that wordplay? It's like, oh, is there some sort of power that something has over them, or they're feeding into, or what that relationship is unclear to you. But talking about divinities is early at breakfast is a fun way to work that in. It's like, what is going on there? But those checks do help you out with connecting those dots.
Well, this situation is fucked. But I guess that's our job now. Oh no.
Yeah, I guess, like you said, we should get our minds a little bit more focused and come up with a game plan. Maybe we should bring everybody into this and figure out what our strengths could be in a situation, an environment like this.
Hey, everybody. What are your strengths in an environment like this? Wait,
It's the way Sharp has been here the whole time, too, like hearing all this.
I didn't know if it would hurt because it's made of metal and I have little frog hands.
It didn't hurt, but I can feel, and I've listened to the whole thing. I also saw what happened last night, too. Everyone just forgets I don't sleep.
Oh, right. Yeah, no. Yes, sir.
But anyways, I think everybody knows my strengths.
And do you have a bomb that could stop mind control?
No. A bomb?
Damn.
No, I wish. Gosh, if I had a bomb, you would have seen an explosion by now. It would have burned a hole in my pocket. Or a mushroom cloud.
Did I not see explosions before? I must be misremembering.
Oh, wait, yeah, I totally, well, the whole raft situation with them weird animals we were riding on. Yeah, you're right. But that wasn't me. That was in the chest. And we know now that was an imposter bad guy, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I think Tidbit's now so distracted off of what we were talking about.
Well, I think maybe, if it's all right with the group, of course, this might be something that y'all could take a note out of my strengths for blending in. Maybe if we do something, or maybe disguise ourselves prior to going in, and we try to fit into the partying and lively aspect like we've been there all along, maybe we could gather some useful information. And then the second part I'm still working on a little bit, but maybe we could gather somewhere after and then come up with like a part B to this plan.
Yeah, it makes sense to like. Well, go ahead, Sharp. It makes sense to blend in. I've never been to Statue City. It'd be helpful if, I don't know, we had like contacts or people who could help us. It's everyone under the. I mean, you guys aren't under the weirdness, so maybe like there are other people who are not affected by it. Maybe it was like proximity. Like if you weren't wherever they got hit by the thing, then maybe you're fine, and other people will gather because it's weird. Other people have to know things are going right.
It'll be interesting to see if we get closer to the city limits, if we start seeing any changes in between before and after actually reaching the city.
True as well.
I mean, but like Tidbit brought up earlier, we haven't really seen too many other travelers or anything out like that. I would think at least there might be some stragglers along the way.
Yeah, it is kind of weird, right? Like, I guess it's not the safest time to travel, but it's always kind of weird. It is. I don't know. Okay. And then Sylvie kind of just floats back out of it. As that scene comes to a close, Andrew, what is your scene?
I'm gonna walk up to Sylvie. I'm gonna have a conversation with Sylvie. Methinks.
Okay. Sylvia's kind of floating behind the party. Oh. Hey.
Storm ahead. There's gonna be a storm.
Storm?
Yeah.
So we should move faster, or we should look for cover?
I don't know, actually. I don't know. I haven't been here very long, so I don't really know what the weather's like here.
I imagine hot.
Yeah.
I'm also not really. I'm from on wall. And it's kind of just recurring. So we get lots of options, but never like. I don't know. I imagine. Actually, I got Firestorm doesn't sound like a fun thing I want to imagine, so I'm sad I said it out loud. But
what would be a fun thing to imagine here in the my retirement? It's hopefully coming up soon. Never really thought of coming to the Fae before. Because I was in the material realm for the entirety of my life. So if there's any fun retirement locations that
I mean,
is it just hell?
If you've never been to the Fae, then it seems like the whole place is a pretty cool retirement location. It's all just kind of weird things that most people from, I assume, your realm haven't seen before. So if you're interested in like seeing things that could kill you or talk to you or seduce you, you just don't know until the moment. That's fun.
I see. Is getting your face melted off like just a thing you always have to be a little on your toes about? Because a firestorm doesn't seem very cool, but it's just a storm. How often do these happen?
Oh, those kind of things. I mean, I would avoid personally a firestorm, but I think things in the court of fire are probably used to firestorms. I guess I hadn't really thought about like the environmental implication of traveling to places in that way. There are spells for that, I'm sure.
Don't know them.
Yikes.
Yeah. Is the constant weather patterns here worse than war every 5 to 20 years?
No, I mean I've not been to war, so I think that the weather's
splendid.
I would take weather over war. I think it seems like a easy choice.
I see. Well, this has been a helpful conversation. Thank you very much. And I'm gonna walk off.
I have anxiety now, but okay.
Just curious.
Nathaniel. No, you're good. Nathaniel, where can we find you poking your head around or your round around?
Well, I guess I'm underneath Tidbit right now. While they're talking.
You frog.
I'm just kind of happy we're walking. What eye did that projection come out of?
Left.
Did I know I had cameras or projections in my eye?
Mm-mm. That was a new trick.
It's going to hurt, but I'm going to try to fill the lens of my eye to feel if they both feel similar. I'm trying to gauge if they both can do that.
Oh, I thought That was FILL, and I was going to do what to your eyes? You're going to feel them.
I'm feeling the lens to feel like if it both has like a projection lens on both, or if this one feels different than this one. I'm trying to gauge if they both do that.
Yeah, give me an investigation check. Would you just...
The hell is that? Oh, it's upside down. 12 plus 10, 22. Is that simple?
that exact moment, he's like, "What the hell is that?" You rub your eyes, and they do feel the same. It feels like there's, if you're feeling the projection lens, you feel it on both of your eyes.
All right, I'm going to. So this is my reasoning. Over time, I've explained wareholes, which are just parts of acid in my system that have leaked and destroyed part of the metal, which then seeped through the cheese. So that leads me to believe, A, there's acid running through me, and B, that there are ways I can stick my fingers in my body. I'm going to try to stick my fingers through my head at the closest point to my eyes, and if I can't reach the lens cameras that are in there, I'm going to whittle out of a stick with my tools something long to get in there.
Yeah. Are you trying to just examine it? Are you trying to deactivate it? Are you trying to affect it in some way?
Well, here's the thing. A, I'm an artificer, and B, I explained that my mother, the creator, made me, and I was deemed not useful and put up on a wall, insinuating that she continued to make other models. So my reasoning is I'm kind of well aware of how my core was made without the magical creation forge that makes the Warforge. So mechanically, I know how my body works. So I'm looking for anything loose or extra put there, because I obviously didn't see me being created. Is there a part of my model that I didn't see her make that I can manipulate or figure out more information of?
Yeah, give me an investigation check with advantage, because you may have not seen yourself be born, but you watched Mom make a bunch of others.
It's a nat 20 for a 30.
Yeah, what do you want? What can I
want to
tell
know
you?
if it's a separate part or integrated fully. That creates.
It is integrated fully.
That is a general mechanical projector or magical thing. I want to know if it's separate, because my end goal here is I want to fucking destroy it or cut out my eyes. I'm not going to do that because I need to be able to see and do stuff.
Yeah, I think with Nat 20, it tells you that this is something that was like built. It was like hardwired into your. It is a core function of your eyes. You just have never had that thing activated before. So you think if you were trying to get rid of it, you need to remove your eyes and then also you find a new way to see. But roll an insight check with advantage.
Oh, with advantage, oh thank God, because that was a 7 and that was a 4. So insight.
Yes.
Insight is a 0. So the 7. Wait, I have a DM inspiration from 2 episodes ago. Can I use that for anything? Or would it just be advantage?
Roll it again. Just roll it again. Roll
so it's like
dice.
A double advantage?
Come on, better than a 7.
That was a 10, but I'm going to add Flash of Genius for a +1.
Can I give guidance?
Oh, yeah. Add another D4 to that.
I mean, technically I already did it, but if he's going to allow it.
He's on your head. He's curious about why you're just digging in your face.
You know what I'm doing right now? Where's my +4? Okay. 15.
He's
much
guiding
like
your
speech,
hands.
he just didn't ask questions. He was just like
18 total.
I got lost in the building of that roll. You realized it was bad. Oh, the insight check. I was like, what are we talking about?
It was there, it was dormant, but now it's active, but it's integrated.
Yeah. The words. I think
I have an action I can take if nothing.
Yeah, I think if you are worried about the hostility or the like ill intent of the
I'm not.
Okay. Yeah, it just seems like it's a thing that is like in your head, but yeah, it's it just doesn't give you anything like there's no hostility to it. I need to look for that, but there's no hostility towards it. But you also just like it just like, doesn't track with like mom stuff. It doesn't seem like she worked it into these things. It just is a part of the eye socket that she put into it.
Say out loud, thinking I was saying this in my head, but they will be able to hear it. I'm gonna say, meeting him was fake. That room was fake. The screens were fake, and I still learned that I don't fucking need them. I need to get over myself. This is my group now. I don't need help. If I get the dirt, I get the dirt. I'm going to take that tool and start digging out my left eye. I'll clean it one eye at a time. So I'm going into where the eye is and trying to pry my eye lens out. Like the whole white thing, not just the small lens.
Yeah,
it hurts. I mean, it hurts. I feel.
I can only imagine. You are good at doing this. You have a tools kit of some sort that you use for your artificery, right?
Yeah, I have woodcarver's tool, thieves' tools, and cooking tools.
Use the woodcarver's tools, and give me a check, which I believe is Dex with proficiency and advantage.
Good one. Yeah, it's a good one. I don't.
And you have guidance still, because it still lasts.
Okay, so that's I mean, it's still pretty good. I have the plus 13, so I have a 3, so that's 16, and then with a guidance, that's 18.
Nice. You've spent a lot of time like carving other things, like using your intention to carve out, these wooden arcane focuses and things to give to your friends, and then you turn that onto yourself. And I won't get into it. I'll say it is effective. And you get in there and you pop out the eye. And I will say that you have the weird vision, the eye is out, but you rolled well enough that you did not you didn't harm the eye, the technology in it. So if you wanted to try to like work on it to remove the lens or to add things to it, you think you could do that, and then at some point,
like a light bulb, like it screws in. So there's not like cables that I have to snap and cut off to pull out, right?
Yeah, it's not. It's got like little it's got a weird. There's some weird like arcane thing in there, but it's like you get it out right, and you pop it out, it's like, and it kind of pops out.
Okay.
And you can get it back in there. But,
all right, I'll spend the rest of my time just like tinkering with the back of it, looking at this thing while I'm walking.
Call you left eye now.
Dez is going to be watching him in horror, speechless for one of the first times ever, because she has no context of why he's just randomly started doing this underneath them. And she's just gonna scarily put a cure wounds, even though I don't think he's taking damage at all, but from her perception, I
would definitely take damage.
Yeah, there's probably some damage involved there. Pulling the Odin on yourself, you might take a hit point or two. But yeah, you got some healers there. There's a healer on your head and a healer out there.
Let me see. I have a spear. I have a dart. So I mean, that's like a dart. I guess I could do dart damage, which is 1d8 plus or 1d4 plus 3. Okay, so 6.
Nice.
Worth.
Yeah, not bad. It hurts. It hurts as much as you'd imagine. A little less than you'd imagine taking your eye out. It hurts more to watch you take your eye out. Everyone takes. I'm just kidding. No psychic damage. But as you all kind of moving through the forest, having your conversations, and just hearing just like the and just looking back and seeing Null holding his eye, and it's like, weirder things have happened in this party. Desiree, make me a perception check. You feel it first, that heat. It's just like hot. It's like, why am I so hot? Is it coming from inside of you? It's like, what's going on? Is it tree menopause? You just feel this heat coming up around you. Internal heat. It makes sense. You look back and you kind of like you see the horror that is the eye moment, and you kind of pull your eyes from that, looking for literally anything else to look at, and it makes your eye line pulls to the top of the trees that are behind you, and then you see this faint glow. It's yellowish orange. It's coming from above the clouds, and everyone else sees Desiree's face of what I would consider Desiree as abject horror, as she sees something that she's never seen before. We alluded to this early on in the campaign. We first got to the phase of living spells. We interacted with like a living lightning spell. This is one that Desiree has never seen before of this magnitude. She's never seen a living spell so powerful. Desiree, they see your face as you see a living firestorm in the horizon about 200 feet from you, rolling over the clouds, coming in. And it is just this massive red, yellow, orange of flames moving through the sky. Imagine like a big fire cloud. Like the cloud is made of fire. It is just moving slowly through the clouds. And you see these little like hail is the best way to describe it. Little like golf ball sized hails, just ding, 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 ding. This thing is again 200 feet in the distance. But you see as they're dropping, there's almost 2 seconds of nothing, and then explosions start to go off as these balls are dropping, and just in the distance, and you see this firestorm rolling in your direction and where you're going. So your options are keep moving, and at a brisk pace, stop the firestorm the way you would stop any living spell, which is destroying it, or seeking cover until the firestorm either passes or dissipates. But you are making this decision in motion, as surely no one is standing still. Desiree's face is in horror. She sees it, you all see it, and I assume Sharp is the one who gets you to moving as you all start to move down this pathway. We'll roll initiative because I would like to know what everyone is doing on their turns. So hit me with them numbers. I'm gonna roll for myself. Using these.
I have been told that this is normal here.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Firestorms, yes. Living firestorm spells.
Would I know the difference?
No, and neither would Sylvie. Desiree does. It's like, oh, hot rain, and it's like, oh, this is explosions. It's kind of like the difference between like it's raining and like it's a hurricane level like threat of being like, oh, this is different.
Our son has rolled a 13.
+1, ew. Oh, all right, Ersan, what'd you get?
A 13.
Oh, 13. No.
7.
7. Des?
14.
14. And Ben?
9.
No.
Did we say the firestorm is 200 feet away or 200 feet wide?
It is 200 feet away from you. It is big, but not that big when it comes to size. I believe it is that block a huge creature. Yes, it is stat blocked a huge creature. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, and then that's gonna go at the. Oh. Okay. So it is Sylvie's first. Dang. Okay, that's me. I know Sharp is faster than me, so I'm gonna pull a tidbit and put myself on Sharp, and I want to shoot Eldritch Blast, but it's actually just too far away. So I would just put myself on a Sharp so I can hijack his movement. And
wait, who are we shooting at? The storm?
Yeah, you're up. So the options are to run away from the storm, to destroy the storm, or to hide from the storm. The storm is just too far away for me to.
Oh,
to
the storm is
whatever.
a living spell, so we can destroy it. It's not like a raise.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. Giving an arcane augment to my boy. No, and it's gonna be. Oh, there's so many. Why did I make so many options? It's got the little turret that shoots. So I'll give him the spell augment. So if you make an attack roll, you get +5 to that. So there you go. And then I end my turn. Desiree. Yeah, I need my movement. Desiree.
Desiree's action or reaction would be probably immediate. As soon as that look of horror rushes over her face, she's gonna scream out loud, we have to do something! And for the first time ever, she's going to use her gift from good old Summer Song, which was the Robe of Elven Symphony, which allows her to cast Otherworldly Guise without expending a spell slot. So she's gonna cast that spell. So she's gonna draw on the magic of the lower planes for this, which is gonna make her immune to fire and poison damage, and immune to being poisoned at all. She's gonna grow wings as she casts this and immediately fly 40 feet, like diagonally, like up and towards it at the same time.
Her hero shit.
I get +2 to my AC. Nothing else really matters in this moment, but yeah.
Casual. Yeah, you turn around. You all see Desiree decide to do something with her whole heart. Looks at the storm and is like, I'm about to slay that dragon. Sailor Moons it, fire wings grow out of her back, and she flies 40 feet into the air. Doesn't turn into a bird. She's like, now I'm going to do it to my own self. And you see that she's shining and shimmering in her robes that she's always technically wearing, but now using them, and so she flies off. That's actually pretty fucking dope. Awesome. Anything else from you? That was action. Yeah, action and bonus action. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's it.
Ursan.
Well, I guess I was prepping to run away, but if we're doing something, we're doing something. I am. I'm going to throw my echo out, and 1 second. I'm gonna cast elemental weapon on my bow, which will give it a damage type of acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. I'm assuming cold is good against fire. I have no idea. And that's going to give me an extra 1-2 attack rolls and a d4 of damage.
Love it.
Not going to do that right now because I have used all my actions.
Okay. Next up is Tidbitty.
So are we trying to fight or are we trying to run? Oh, we're fighting. Okay.
a little bit of both. A little bit of both. You don't want to be like definitely not in those explosions for sure. So definitely use that movement. I'd suggest, unless you are immune to fire damage and fire doesn't hurt you.
Now let's see. If I'm on sharp, then
Run all his holes.
I'm just gonna hug Sharp closer and be like, "Stay very close to me," and then I'm gonna whisper into Summer Song's safeguard pin and put up a barrier that blocks the firestorm.
Thinking a
20
giant orb,
a 20-foot radius.
full space. So I guess that probably gets everyone around you, minus Des who flew away. So there's a globe that kind of forms around everyone that blocks a specific thing, known as currently this firestorm. So there is safety in this bubble. I think that's what it is. It's just like it's a big old bubble just kind of appears around you. Safety. Perfect. No, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go up 20 feet, so have my movement speed to the wall of this barrier. Can I throw stuff out of it?
Oh, it only stops the
Gotcha.
firestorm. So anything else can pass through it.
All right.
I'm on top of you, so it'll move with you.
Oh yes.
That's how it works.
Yeah, because
so it's from the pin. It's from the pin.
As long as
Where's Sylvie?
Now you can be
I thought
chaotic.
Sylvie was on me.
So he's also in a.
We're
So they're both on me.
Yeah.
And in Ursine, did you run anywhere, or are you still right?
I'm on you.
Interesting. All right.
I didn't go anywhere.
What's your movement speed, Ursine?
I think it's 30 or 35.
Okay.
30.
That's fine. Then I can run 40. I'll go 35 feet so that you're out of it. Well, no, the monster will hit. You've already had your turn. Damn it. Okay, I'll just go 20 so that you're still on the edge. And then I'll throw out Gouda. I'll cast Gouda. Gouda can land, I think, 10 foot. 1 second. Eldritch Cannon. It's gotta be within 5 feet of me. Okay, 5 feet of me, and then bonus action, tell him to shoot at the storm. So, I'm sorry. I take it back. I'm not doing Gouda. Gouda's a flamethrower. That makes no sense. Munster is the force ballistic, and then Bree is the protector. Guys, do we think force damage works on a storm?
I doubt it will be resistant.
There's that.
You know what? I'm choosing Bree. Bree's the protector, so it can emit a burst of positive energy that gives us temporary hit points. So I'm gonna throw it out and use my bonus action to tell it to give it temporary hit points within 10 feet of a number. So it won't get you, Desiree. Sorry, but it's 1d8 plus 5.
Yeah, roll that for him.
But it's an 8. Nice. So 13 temporary hit points for everybody.
Oh,
And
sick. Thank you.
movement action, bonus action.
Nice.
Okay.
Kinky. The living storm goes, and all it can do is roll forward. It moves 40 feet forward. And you just see under it is just these yellow orange beads hitting the ground, and then shortly after exploding very dramatically. Top of turn. Oh fuck, it's me again. It's Sylvie. 200 minus 4. Now I'm inside this thing. I can move exactly to 120, so I can shoot off these here Eldritch Blasties. So he will find out if force damage works, because that's what I'm using. 3D. Oh my god, how am I adding to this? Plus 9. Oh yeah. All 3 hit. 18 points of damage. Fuck you, Storm. Oh my god. Not the mutant character, sorry. And so Sylvie flies out of one of your holes and stays at the edge of the spell, and then shoots out Eldritch Blast at 120 feet exactly. And that's 18 points of damage. In's turn. Is that a true statement? Can I do anything else? In my turn. And it's going to be Desiree, our flying, fire immune baddie.
Despite my enthusiasm too, I'm not really the girl to get the job done when it comes to spells that are going to be useful, but I'm going to try my best with this firestorm. So she's going to first keep flying up towards it as much as she can with her 40 feet of flying. And then she's going to cast a cute little flame strike at it. So
Gotcha.
It's a dex save from it.
What is it?
Is fire dexterous?
Right? I feel like the answer is no.
It's hard to say.
I was like, I feel like it is. It's very constituty.
Interesting. I would think it would be pretty charismatic.
D&D disagrees. Oh, okay. I got a +1 to that to make it a 6. It's a 6 save.
No.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Great.
Give me a second to roll these dice too.
Yeah, go for it.
Even though should I even roll the fire? Like, is it going to be immune?
It is, but your fire is special fire, so it becomes resistant to it. So you do half damage still.
Period. Okay, let me roll that one first then.
Fire's too hot.
She's trained in the art of throwing fire.
She set fire on fire.
So that would be 20 fire normally, so 10 fire.
10. Mm-hmm.
And then the radiant will be... That's even worse! What? 16 radiant.
Oh, that's not bad.
I mean, it's still 16 damage.
Yeah. But fun fact, when I'm using Otherworldly Guise, I meant to say this before I even started. Otherworldly Guise isn't in this context. I don't have to concentrate on it, so I can still cast things. And I get to attack twice when I do it. So I'm going to cast Flame Strike again. So make me another dex save.
Coming through with the fail. Oh, a 17 this time.
No! Okay, it succeeded.
Okay, so I take a quarter damage. But then I take a quarter of the fire and half of the radiant.
Okay, so I rolled a 14 for the fire. That's
3. Oh my god, that's so much math.
And then a 19 on the radiant.
9. Okay, numbers.
So 26 plus 9, so 35 total.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Hot. All right, Desi, as you fly into the air. Yeah, and you see, make me a
Still not your record of 37 in episode 3. Or episode 15, excuse me. Against the monster.
I forgot that he's tracking. Make me a Arcana or Insight check.
I'm gonna kill myself. That was a nat 1 for a 7 on Arcana.
You're too distracted by how awesome you are with the fire fighting fire, and your fire is winning, and that fire is not winning. You're like, yes, there's some nuance that is lost on you. But Ursine, it's your turn. You see a fiery angel fighting a storm in the sky.
I'm going to pray, please don't melt it. Please don't melt it. And I'm gonna knock back one of my elemental arrows. Here we go. Oh, I rolled an 8, but it goes up to an 18. Does an 18 hit?
Yes, it does.
Splendid. Okay. Okay. I roll so many different. Okay. 11 piercing plus 3 piercing plus 1 cold damage.
Oh,
splendid.
What's that total?
I'm gonna do an. Okay. I don't remember what I rolled. Second. Damn. 11 plus.
Okay, 11.
A certain number. I'm so sorry. I forgot the second number that I rolled.
You're good.
And then 1 cold damage. We can just omit the second one.
The cold will be 2 damage.
Wonderful. I'm gonna do an extra attack, and that's gonna be a 17 to hit.
Yes. I'm gonna listen to this.
That is 5 piercing plus 3 to make it 8 plus 2 cold damage.
You rolled a 2?
2 cold damage, yeah.
And if you're doubling already, just doing double the double.
I'm going to use my Unleash Incarnation, which I realize I don't think I've used before. It just, when I make an attack action, I can do another attack action. No, it's only a melee attack. Never mind. Screw that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just keep that there.
All right.
And I'll move up closer to Sharp. To Sir Sharp.
Perfect. And the extra damage from your attack is because you were doing the weapon attack, and then it was your swarm, right? And then it was the cold damage.
Yeah, it was weapon attack, swarm, cold damage.
Copy. Yeah. So you start shooting. Your swarm is amasses into one form. Well, now they're doing the separate. So you start shooting, and then they all start shooting from different directions as you're impaling the storm with ice arrows and thorns and all kinds of fun natural things.
And what
was
did you
Earth
give me?
signs.
I'm sorry?
Oh,
you say
you
did
got
to
a
Sharp?
+5, Sylvie? What did I do?
No, Ursign, you said in something to Sharp.
Oh, I just run up closer to you.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to keep within range.
He wants to be close to you. And that is the end of Ursign's turn. Tidbitty.
Bonus action, keep that bubble going on the safeguard pin. And
Keep the screen lit up and like don't fall asleep.
yeah.
Don't do it.
What else can I? Or I'm not close enough. Can a storm even go blind? I don't know.
You would know that it cannot. Most living spells cannot be affected by most conditions. I wouldn't say all, but I think literally most of them. And you'd know that just from fighting living things in the Fae.
Then I'm just gonna hold an action to healing, or not healing. I'll do a hold an action to cure wounds Sharp if they get hurt.
Okay. Thank you. No, you're kind of far away. Just kidding. That is Tidbit's turn. Speak the devil. Sharp / null.
I'm going to use my bonus action to look down at Bree and tell her to do it again on her turn. I got one. And then I'm going to look up into this. How high off the ground is this storm?
It is at it's above the tree line, so
40.
Yeah, at least 40.
Perfect. I'm gonna cast Ice Storm with a +5 from your bonus. And it's 40 feet high. It's like getting its belly. And hail of rock hard ice pounds to the ground in a 40-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder. Each creature in the cylinder must make a dex saving throw or take 2d8 bludgeoning and 4d6 cold damage on a fail, half as much on a success. Good.
What's the save?
Dexterity, and my DC is 18.
I failed. I rolled a 7.
Perfect.
Good.
That's 7 bludgeoning and 4d6 cold. Ooh. It's 18, but it's cold, right? So it's doubled?
Yeah.
So 36.
Thank you.
So 36 and 8. 44. And then by bonus action, I'm not going to move. Bonus action. And also that area is difficult terrain, but it probably doesn't matter to the storm. Bree is going to use her turn again to give me, Ursine, and Tidbit a total of, load us up, y'all. I didn't realize I could do this every turn, but I can. 12 temporary hit points on top of what you got before.
12. Well, that's sick. They don't stack. They were just replace them. Temporary hit points, unfortunately, but you can do it every turn.
Temporary hit points don't stack?
No, they just you can either opt to take the new number or to keep what you have.
Okay, then I'm not going to use my bonus action to do that.
He still had 8 from the last one.
Bonus action. Don't have much I can do for my bonus action, y'all.
Okay, you've done so much.
Do you have like a Capri Sun you can drink?
I'm just gonna hold up my eye and be like, "You watching this?" And I'm done.
Gotcha. Then it's gonna be the Living Storm, which will roll forward another 40 feet. Oh, actually. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. It moves forward 20 feet, and as it starts to get closer to you all, you would have to make dex saves as fire starts to kind of like almost like when there's a storm and like a little part of the cloud opens up and it's like, look at that sunbeam hitting the ground. That's so cute and awesome. Except in this case, it's like a sunbeam from the sun and it's like so it's not fun and great, but you are inside this safeguard that is specifically used to block out the firestorm. So as that beam hits it, you guys are seeing a rare sight, the other side of a sunblast as it hits the shield and it just dissipates it as the firestorm starts to crash down in 10 different spaces across your area as starts to hit the ground.
What is this awesome spell you have, Tidbit?
Oh, no, it's just a gift from God.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Scott, you know that spell as the one that was used to stop the duplicates. That Summer Song used the Safeguard spell. It can stop one effect. It can stop one natural effect spell. It basically it's a shield that can stop one thing that you decide when you cast it what that thing is that cannot pass through that barrier, and then that thing cannot pass through it. Summer Song used it to keep the duplicates out so they couldn't touch him. He's using it in this case to keep the firestorm out.
Gotcha.
So whenever
so
you
if
cast,
the
it can be whatever you want
like
to do.
cast some different kind of spell, it would go through. Just not this specific. Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Correct. Funny facts as you say that. Tidbit, passive perception of 20 mixed with that 20 insight. You see that this is happening. You're being hit by this beam, and your spell blocked it. Then you also see that those beads are still falling out of the sky. The beads that are falling out of the sky are like falling directly under the storm cloud. This is kind of like a light beam shooting from like what would be the eyes of it, scanning the ground in front of it. But these things that are falling out of it and blowing up seem to be different from the effect that is being shot at you. So if your spell that stops Firestorm blocked the eye beam, the chances that it will also block the tiny beads is unlikely. Sharp, can you make me a Arcana check?
That is a nat 20, but it's 25.
Delayed fireball. It's a fire spell. You know it. You're a girl who knows fires and explosions. Someone mentioned explosions. There is this idea that you can condense a fireball into a bead and use that as a projectile. And it's a high level spell. Some may say 7th level spell that is forms this bead that can then explode into fireballs. And it is known as delayed fireball in colloquial scientific terms, which is a different spell than firestorm. Yeah, but you recognize that as the light hits you, and then you see the balls falling, and you kind of you ask that question about the spell. You kind of have those realizations. Bathroom break? We're at the top of turn order. How are those bowels? Let's empty them. Let's take a bathroom break, my friends. We'll be right back after this break. I was gonna say these breaks, but it was just one. I'm sorry. We are back, and we all technically weigh less now. So welcome back to Silver. This is.
I snacked a little bit, so I might have netted the same.
Some must weigh more. You'll never know. You'll never know. Episode 31. This is Campaign 5. What the Fae, the Odyssey of Chaos, here at Silvernell every Wednesday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, or whatever the correct last 2 letters are, depending on the time of year, because it changes, right? Sometimes it's Eastern, and then like a D and a T. I don't know what they stand for, but we on East Coast.
It's for like daylight savings stuff.
Yeah, I never know when that's happening. I'm always confused. My clocks just changed, and I'm like, thank you, because I don't know. But we're back. We're in combat. We are fighting a living firestorm that, the players secretly know that this was born from a series of nat ones. But the characters don't know that, and this is just another day in the life of fighting a living firestorm that is hailing. Delayed fire. I looked this up and I was like, man, I said the spell wrong, and then I forgot it again. Delayed, not fireball. Delayed blast fireball. Thank you for all the really girls at home. Cute. It is dropping little beads that are pausing, then exploding in giant radiuses of. It's bombs. It's raining bombs from a living firestorm that is rolling towards you. The players are spending time destroying it and also trying to get away from it, as they have realized that this is 2 spell effects that have converged into one. But we hit the top of turn order with Sylvie, who will shoot from their position at the storm, because fuck that storm. And then we'll move back to Sharp for a safe ride. It's gonna fly in one of his holes. If I were my dice roller, but there it is.
In my holes, they're not that big.
I'm Grand small.
Well, I mean, Sharp is 4 feet 1 inches tall, so I'm not too big.
Fine. You're like a potted plant. My legs in one of your holes, and I just kind of sit down.
Like at max, one is probably like that.
That's like enough for like a leg. It's like I can be safe in there. First back for sure misses.
There's a big eye hole there now. Actually, it's probably bigger.
Yeah. I'll be your eyes now. I rolled 2 nat ones, but I did get 1 hit in there. So. Yikes. I do 5 points of damage to it.
Hey, damage is damage.
Yeah, the other 2 blasts, they don't hit Desiree. That's what's important. But they are not anything important. And that is the end of my... Oh, wait. I have a bonus action. Just kidding, it's my turn. It is Dez's turn. The girl in the sky.
She's gonna stick to what is working relatively, and she's gonna do the same thing again with 2 flame strikes and using like the what is it? Attacking twice. So if you want to make 2 deck saves, we can just do it quick, and she'll fly closer if she needs to. Because why the fuck not? You know.
What's your save?
15.
Okay, I passed one. I failed the other one. So it's gonna be chaotic.
Okay,
and
so
also, the storm is technically rolling towards you, so you don't really have to move. It's
okay.
It is. It's actually like since you haven't been moving, you've been flame striking. The storm is now above you. And once you're done rolling these damage, I will ask some questions of you.
Okay, the one that succeeded, it was 13 fire.
Gotcha.
And 20 radiant. And then the one
Gotcha.
that fails is 16 fire and 23 radiant.
Gotcha.
So 4 and 12.
Yeah, I got you. 6, 20, 4, and 11 are the separate numbers there. Perfect. And then make me a what's your passive perception?
A 17.
Yeah, you are now in the storm. You see these you're also a fire girly. You've been trained in the arts. You may have not cast a spell before, but you are aware of the delayed fire blast. Fuck. The spell that is dropping out of the sky. I tried so hard. You're aware of that spell as you see that and you realize there are 2 different spell effects happening. You know that you are immune to both of them because both of them just do fire damage, but you do like your brain like makes you look back at your party who is that storm is getting closer to being directly atop them if they stay where they're at. Which would cause some conflict. But just so you're aware of like where they are in relation to like what you're doing, you don't want to get lost. But you make that awareness, that you make that association, and they also see where your friends are. End of your turn. Are Old Man or Sign?
Yes. Is this storm directly above us, or is it like out a ways?
If it will be directly above you, if you don't move this turn, it will be directly above you. It's currently 30 feet away from you, but you know what?
Okay.
30 feet out, 40 feet up. Pythagorean theorem that.
Okay, I'm gonna try something.
Stop, don't do it.
Gonna be 25 to hit.
Yes.
It's gonna be 4 cold damage, 6 piercing damage. And can you make? I'm gonna attempt to push you back with my storm. Could you, or with my swarm? Could you make a DC 15 strength throw?
DC 15 strength. How strong is this door?
This fate is wild.
I know Dex is its highest stat and it's a +1, so it's not boding well for me. But wait, I could do well. Let me look it up. I closed it. Gotta love the thing.
Wait. It's not a DC 15. It's a DC 17. Excuse me.
17? Stop making it more.
I'm sorry.
Ugh, a +0. I hate it here. Wait. Ugh, a +0. I hate it here. Okay. I rolled a 2.
Splendid. You're pushed back 15 feet away from us. And because you were moved. You're prone? You're not prone?
Okay, well, the storm can't be prone, but what?
Okay, I thought it was worth a try.
Yeah, it's meant
I
to be
like
prone
the
condition.
idea.
So what happens is you shoot it with the bow, and your three become one as they crawl up these trees, and they fist fight a storm. They hit the storm. I rolled a 10 on a subconscious nature check to see if your elemental influence kicks in, and it does. As they hit the storm, the trees kind of like become hands, and they also they grow a bit, and they whack the storm back, which is what moves it back, believably 10 feet. But
and knocks it prone, believably.
I would say grapple, but it's also immune to that condition. Oh, those trees are trying to grapple the fire, and they luckily don't burn because they're fire trees. So there's that. But they just kind of actually they just grow and they push it back. So the trees grow up into the storm, so it has to like pass through it. So that's why it gets pushed back those 10 feet. So it's just gonna make it will give it some difficult terrain in the sky. It'll lower its movement speed. There we go. Or it will have difficult terrain. In the sky.
Yeah.
It's the Fae. It's fine. I'm not gonna think about it too hard. Anything else?
I'm gonna do my extra attack real quick.
Oh,
that's gonna be 26 to hit with 5 piercing. So 4 cold.
5 piercing, 4 cold.
And that'll be my turn.
All right, Tidbitty.
Is it within 120 feet?
Yes.
Okay. Bonus action, keep that shield going. And can I just try to dispel magic it?
Ooh, yes.
Okay.
I do something. Do you do something? Who does something?
I'll do something. It's a roll using spellcasting ability. DC is 10 plus the spell's level.
7th.
Okay. Let's see. That is not gonna do it. That's a 15.
You reach out and you're like, stop! And you try to grab the storm and to dispel, and it starts to quell just a little bit, and then the heat is just too much for you as it pops back to fullness. Anything else from you? That's an action, bonus action? Oh no, bonus action was to keep up the safeguard.
I think last thing is Tibbet will just shout out I can stop this thing for sure, but that means we don't have a house tonight, so it's up to you guys.
Just do it because I can make us a house tonight.
Hey.
All right, well, in a bit.
Tibbet ends his turn, and Null starts his turn with saying, "Yeah, to do it tonight." And Null, it's your turn. You are technically the wheels of the party.
And Sylvie and Tidbit are on me, right? Okay, this is getting heavy. Yeah. All right, and Ursine's right here, and
that's crazy.
Desiree, you're still in the sky, right? You're still flying. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what this spell does. It's 60 feet. It's within 60 feet, right? Because it was 40-ish feet above, and now it's almost... Okay. All right. I'm going to do Shatter in a 3rd level slot. Yes. So, Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Oh.
Is that just because they're on me? My hands are already at the side. I'm Mr. Potato Head. I can't even scratch my chest if I wanted to. So my hands just go flying straight up to Shatter, and I'm gonna try not to buck them off. I can't move, so my hands are going up.
I am so good at Constitution saving throws, but I rolled a 3 for an 8. So
I take that
fail.
as an 8.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, I got an 8.
All right, so 3d8, 4d8. Thunder.
That's the one thing I'm good at. It's great.
That was a 1. Total of 8. Total of 14. 17.
17 thunder.
17 thunder. And then
Lightning and the thunder.
Was Des hit? Who Des? You
No.
Is anyone taking damage?
No, because everyone's inside the thing, and
Right,
then Des
okay.
is immune to fire damage.
I'm gonna, since now we're already kind of like under him, because like I imagine it's on his turn, so we're all doing this as it's getting over top of us. I'm gonna walk a little bit further to get really down to the belly. So if we do anything in the sky, we're basically not gonna miss.
Okay. To the heart of the beast.
And that's it. That's my turn.
Perfect. Living storm. It does roll over you. And as it does, nat 20 from the previous nat 20 from Earthsign, from Null, and the latent knowledge from Tidbit. As you kind of move into this space, you see these little hail things. They drop down, they come through the shield, and you know that you want to not be near them. You can move them. It takes a dexterous touch to try to move these things and like throw them somewhere else to make them explode, not near you. Or you can, like, if you have other means of moving things that require that would be like without touching it. But you know, there are these little golf balls that are falling in here that will explode at some point if the storm is not dissipated in a timely manner. They're approximately around. So no stress. Sylvie! Oh, it's me. Damn. That being said, Sylvie is going to. I built up enough arcane charges to cast a 4th level fire shield to give myself resistance from fire damage because it is a chill shield. So I put a cold shield. I cast fire shield to do a cold effect on me to make me resistant to fire damage. Wording of that spell, and I glow slightly. Oh, do you? No, I can't. That's an action to do that, isn't it? It is. And that is the end of my turn. And then it is Desiree, our eye in the sky.
Unfortunately, I am out of flame strikes now. That was as much as I could do, but now we're just gonna hit him with some scorching rays. Except I'm gonna cast it at 4th level, so I can hit him with 5 instead of 3.
All right.
And I'll go ahead and make all those rolls.
I'll let you know the AC is 16.
First one fails. Second one fails. I got a 17 plus 7. What's the? I mean, that hits. 8 plus 7. That fails, right? 15.
15, yeah, fails. I was like, wait.
And then I got a 19 plus 7. Okay, so 2 of them hit.
Nice.
Boo! I needed better than that.
And that's how we upcast. We gotta up our odds.
Okay. So that'll be 19 fire damage half, I'm sure.
Gotcha.
And then I'm just going to do the same thing again because that's the best bang for my buck right now with spells for my extra attack.
Hit him. Same level spell slot?
Yep.
Hit him.
First one passes with a 21. Second one passes with a 17.
Third one passes with a 13 plus 7 for 20. I got a nat 20 on the fourth, and then the last one failed.
Okay. So basically, it's 5. That's great.
Okay. Let's just do it that way. That'll make it easier in my brain. I got 36 total, so half that.
Run to my calculator. 18. And they said I'd never have a calculator to pull out when I needed one. Ugh. They were so wrong.
Right, I'm over here using my fingers, like, adding all that up.
I just panic. I'm like, oh no. Perfect. Truly a task that would be impossible if it weren't for you, because normally fire don't work on fire. But luckily, Sky Defense training taught you how to hone your fire against hot things. That's character building right there, my friends. That is our girl Desiree, and it's our great grandfather Ursine.
I am going to shoot still more.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yes, yeah. Okay. I started rolling everything at once for your ease. It is going to be 9 piercing. With an additional 7 piercing with my gathered swarm to turn that into 16 piercing. And then 4 cold damage, which will turn into 8 cold damage for my extra attack. You know what? I never told you what I did to hit.
I just believe
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Is it higher than a 16?
But yeah, it is. It was a mental math. 24.
Yeah, you're good.
It's gonna be 17 for my extra attack.
17 is a hit.
Okay. That is going to be 1 cold and turning into 2 cold and another 9 piercing damage. I'm going to action surge and take another action to hit. That's going to be a 15. A 15 to hit.
15 to hit. 15 does not hit.
Okay. And then my extra attack will be a 23.
That hits.
With 4 piercing, 2 cold, turning into 4 cold.
Nice. Boom. All right. And that is going to be Ursine's turn. And then we're jumping into Tidbit, our little froggy friend.
You guys are doing so good that I feel like if I got rid of it right now, it would kind of lessen all that effort. So
I mean, if the option is there, go.
Oh, okay. I just didn't want to take away from your accomplishments so far.
Go. Desiree is distressed. The quicker it's gone, the better.
Before I do this, Michael, just
What's up?
Quick thought. Are the already dropped fireball blast beads gonna go away if this thing goes away?
In what way are you sending it away?
I mean, like if I dispel magic this, is that gonna
dispelling magic would be a good way to clean up the whole problem, yes. I would tell you if you kill it, these things are likely to still explode. If you dispel the magic or send it somewhere else via spells that, send things other places that can displace things, that would also be a good option. But dispelling it is definitely the safest route, since you're now got the beads around you, or something that you think would be confidently removing it from this space. But you do have this turn and this turn alone to make that decision.
Yeah, dispel magic.
I'm here for it. That's on you, right?
If it's level 7, then it just ends. Yeah.
Oh, you're upcasting it. Perfect.
Yeah, I'm
You
just
pray
gonna.
harder.
I blow out a bubble and put it in it, and it just pops.
You start blowing in the bubble that you're in, and another bubble appears, and it just starts to kind of like, what is it, bubble magic? And it's like, oh, I'm gonna make this bubble. Like, oh, your bubble starts to extend, and it reaches out, and it kind of just warps itself around the fire. And this is not magic; it's just science. There's no air; the fire goes out, so the fire just dwindles. The trees that were kind of had grown to hold it back, they get smaller as the threat is gone. And the only thing that reminds you of this horrific experience is the bubble you are standing in that protects you from the firestorm and the flying friend in the sky, Desiree. But the firestorm has been quelled, dispelled, in fact. And you note that the little beads on the ground just pop out of existence as they are also and equally dispelled. You would have hurt yourself for sure if you had destroyed that. Just saying. But I like it. Oh, look, that's so dark. Stop.
Is that something I should do every time when we start this? Just try and get rid of it?
When it comes to living spells, not the worst option.
Yeah, I think if it's like that level of what that was, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't want to overstep because you guys really jumped into it there. I was like, oh, they look like they got this. And anyway, we can keep going.
Insight checks from Tidbit and from Desiree.
I got a 21.
I got a 3 on the dice, so 13.
Tidbit is, generally confused and pressed. Desiree, this is unprecedented. You've never, you've seen living spells before, sure. They get up to on a bad day, 5th level. That's where you're kind of sitting at it being like, okay, a 7th level spell is coming to life is kind of wild. I think you would have concern. 21. A 7th level spell coming to life is unheard of, and then you think of the things that have been happening. You are in the court of summer, so fire spells are already kind of weird. You'd expect a living fireball before a living firestorm, particularly firestorm mixed with a that other spell that I keep saying the name of wrong, the delayed fire blast spell. So that is also meant as kind of in your brain, and then you think back to you're going back to sometimes you just got to go back to the beginning to learn, see what you missed, and you think about something Melody said when she was talking about how the Will of Asteri interacted with the primordial princes the first time, and they didn't know of the connection between them, and that caused them to have to expedite their efforts quickly, I guess. But you realize that you took down the Earth primal influencer, and now fire is getting even hotter. The court of summer is getting hotter than it was before. Spells of fire nature are growing in capacity. You think that you haven't been any other place, but you'd assume that the balance that was there before is fracturing a little bit. But in pro of fire, since last time you were here, it seemed like fire was losing that fight because the rot from the court of autumn was moving there. So now it seems to maybe reversed in some way, or fire has, because you got the thing away from the border, now that's the balance has reshifted. But you just are aware that fire is getting hotter, which is a weird sentence to say, but fire is getting hotter. There's something weird happening in the court of autumn. Magical global warming. is what you sense. Whatever Erica can make Desiree understand that is magical global warming is occurring across the Fae. It's just literally hot here because it's the court of summer. But you kind of make that realization as you kind of move through the jungle. And we are not Temple of Godding tonight because we saved ourselves from a firestorm. Sharp had mentioned the ability to put up a encampment. Are you doing that just out in the woods? Are you looking for some sort of natural like a cave or something that you can like set up in that you can then lock down since you're not building a whole building, or maybe you are? I don't know what's spelled. Let me not put words in your mouth.
So the funny thing is, cutting out your eye really freaking hurts, and it requires a lot of concentration on not breaking down in immense pain and screaming. And because of that, I had forgotten that that spell requires the slot I therefore preemptively mentioned I did not have. So, oops.
I mean, we get to be a little bit rustic about this.
Can we find a river?
I'll cast Wild Cunning twice. One to find clean drinking water within range. The range is 120 feet. I'm just gonna. The second one will be to get my friends to like create a little campsite for us.
Yeah. And then that is fine. So finding water is easy. There is a river that hot river that you kind of had traveled down. You can you can hear it. I don't think you find it in the 120 feet, but it gets you close enough that you can hear it at that mark, and you just go out and find it. Okay. Probably like 300 to 400 feet away from where you are. You find some water. Are you just, when it comes to camping, are you like Boy Scouting it? You're just gonna find an open path and put up a tent, or you're also close enough kind of to the mountains and you could look for like a cave or something that would give you more more idea of coverage than campsite. It's up to you.
Well, we gotta have water for Tidbit and sun as well for Desiree. But I guess you're constantly getting sun, so probably like the side of the river.
Yeah. Oh, also, I guess a thing that you will notice is that I should mention, for those of you who need to sleep, it does not get dark in the Court of Summer. Even at night, there is a light out, which hadn't been an issue because Temple of the Gods has walls and no windows, so it is kind of dark in there and it's artificial light. So sleeping outside will cause some. You would get a night's sleep. I would just say that mechanically it would take a longer rest to get a full night's sleep. So you might lose some time, but you'd be able to do it regardless. Or you can risk the chance of being in a cave.
I'll just meld into stone.
Well,
you know what?
My thing to contribute or question to ask is, we're all around the campfire, I guess, prepping, doing our various things to get the Can I weave? Because I've mentioned weaving before, weaving tidbit of basket and everything. Can I weave some like eye masks or something that I can put over our face? Desiree won't need one because she's used to it, I presume, and sleeping there before. Like, that's not going to bother her. But I want to make a tiny little one for Tidbit, a tiny little one for Sylvie, like regular sized ones for Sharp and Ursine. Or I guess Sharps would not be regular size; it would probably be the strangest size or question mark. You don't even need one. So I'm going to make 3.
So you're included.
I'm going to make Sharp one in solidarity. Just because of the incident that he had with his eyes earlier, because Desiree feels like there might be some like shame maybe growing from that. Maybe he needs to like hide it for a little bit. So she'll make him one in solidarity too.
I love that. I just like that. Perfect. But it's just on the good eye, so she just puts it over the eye that can see. She's like, great. Just open. Okay. Yeah. Make me a no, because then the dice might attack you. You do that. You do that very well. You make use some of the seagrass that has grown by the river, and you kind of just dry it out. Well, first you like weave it into the patterns. It's easier to manipulate when wet, and then you dry it out so it holds its form, and you make these for matching eye masks, let's say, and you give them to everyone, and they all have them. And this will the whole thing I said about resting and the sunlight. Fuck it, none of that matters anymore. You can rest for 8 hours out here by the water and the campfire and have no issues. And if that's what you choose to do, then that is great. And there's no magic happening. We're just doing it. Are we taking more questions to ask? Are we taking? I guess Sharp's always awake. Any kind of watch? I was like, what's it called when you watch? Am I taking watch or any sort? Or is Sharp gonna man that?
You need to.
Mm-hmm. Near
okay,
river.
are we in like kind of like a clearing? What is there a clear path to us?
Yes.
Okay. Before the river's on one side of us, on the other side where the path leads to it, where I feel like the most someone would come towards, I'm gonna start a glyph of warding down there, so that if someone steps on it, it explodes. And then gotta make sure to tell everybody in the morning so that. But I'm just gonna draw like this giant cog wheel on the ground and go do all the bumps and then work on it etching the side as it starts to light up and then shine from the ground and then slowly diminish and walk away from it. And then I'm gonna examine my eyeball.
Oh, yeah, you.
I'll do a couple of coordinate arrows around like the other side.
Okay. This is where trust issues come in play. We love it. Coordinate arrows, glyph of warding.
I cast forbiddance.
Oh.
I still got a 6 level
Every
spell.
time we're like, I can do this. All right, we'll piecemeal our defense. And he's like, well, I don't want to do the one thing we really need because I don't want you guys to feel less than. But the truth is, if he just did them all, we would feel less than. He's got one for everything.
It's hard being this awesome. He's like, how do I? You know, Dash Incredible is like, don't run too fast, run slower, run faster, run slower. He's like, oh god, am I doing it right? Energy for tidbit. Sorry, verbatim.
I'm just creating a ward against magical travel, that protects 40,000 square feet, and nothing can teleport into it or use portals or get into here via the astral plane, ethereal plane, Feywild, Shadowfell, or plane shift spell. So if anybody walks up on us, you got that covered.
Ooh, okay, well, if they get here, they ain't running away. Okay, gotcha. So for Badens, so nothing can teleport into the space from anywhere else aside from walking here. Cordon of arrows to shoot them if they trigger it, and glyph of warding to blow them up if they trigger it. And eye mask to help you sleep very, very peacefully. With that being said, everyone. Oh wait. So not taking watch because of these spells. That is the vibe. My DM is asking.
Because I think that Sharp needs to like shut down or something for a couple hours. I can watch during that if you want.
Yeah, let me see how many it is. I think it's only 2. Let me see. Hold on, go to something else. I might need to look for a second.
Yeah. And I will also add this in because I don't want to penalize you for being creative. We also have the blights and the wildfire companion that can technically also help out with some layer of keeping eyes out. If everyone's sleeping together, then them watching out for their person would also be watching out for everyone. So there are some ways to cover that.
It's 6 hours, but I just have to be perfectly still and go basically like computer sleep mode. Except I can see and hear, and I'm fully conscious of my entire surroundings. I just
gotcha.
Can't move or talk.
Yeah, so we layer that in with if everyone's okay with the blights and the wildfire companion, just kind of like monitoring around, and they report back to him since he's the conscious one, and they just kind of like will, work the perimeter and coordinate in tandem with the spells that have been laid out. So not a Temple of Gods, but a Fort Knox in the woods, if you will. And yeah, so you gotta make this intricate camp next to the river that runs through here. You are so close to the bridge and Statue City, the threat that looms, the primordial influencer that may be there. Who knows? The hotness is rising, the confusion is gathering, and Sylvie sits there being oh so diligently helpful. And somewhere else, unbeknownst to the players, we see another Sylvie, a true Sylvie, sitting wrapped up, energy bound, with two hags standing in front of them, snickering and laughing. Tanner's back next week, and we'll pick up with some more chaos from our party. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you all for playing. Thank you all for being here, and I will see you next week, same time, same place. Ventures in Silvernell. Oh no, that's crazy. I shouldn't have. Jazz hands. Jazz hands. I am Tanner. Heart, and to pretend I got a fix.